Hi everyone, we have this new URL which is looks like it's got a massive potential. It tells us the options expiry, the put options, the call options, and implied volatility. Now I believe I've had to ask Doji Star from Twitter. He pointed this out to me because he was watching the videos that we make in the QuizDB, and he said how because we target SLCs, they might coincide nicely with the strike price for FX. Now the strike price is where they're going to be in the money or out of the money, and if you look at pound USD right now, it's at 137.23, and this is the resting place for the pound USD 137.20. So we're slightly overshot on cable by 4 pips. So I'd imagine this is like the sweet spot. I'm going to get clarification from Doji Star later. He's on a different time zone completely. But however, you see there's a grey box here and there's like a greyed out box there. It makes me think this is like the sweet spot. So I think the strike price should expire at 137.20. See how it changed? Now it's gone up, so which is very interesting. It's come back down again. This might have a lot of potential. I'm going to look at this. A little bit of research I need to do, but I'll get some clarification from Doji Star later. He wanted to collaborate with QuizDB, which would be really awesome. So whether or not he wants to do that, he wants to know what's required of him. I just said just do some analysis for us. So I'm not particularly fussy what he does. But if he does some stuff like this and he breaks this down for us, this could be amazing. So I believe this is like the sweet spot. And what we want to check, the implied volatility. What's interesting about the pound, we see a decline of implied volatility even though it's been rocketing. So that's a little bit confusing. And I believe that's where we're going to be targeting. So this is like the natural resting state for this currency pair. And it's tomorrow as well, don't forget. This expires at 3 o'clock tomorrow. So maybe look at this website. Keep an eye on that sweet spot. It looks like we are targeting it right now because we're 137.28 and it's 137.30 is the strike price. So, you know, you could even maybe use it to target if you think, you know, if we're going to possibly get up to, you know, what's the most likely implied volatility, the highest. It's just that, so 137. So we could come down to 137 potentially. Alternatively, we could go to 137.60. Now we combine that with the stop loss clusters. We can use that for great effect, can't we? So once it loads, so this could be really cool. All right, so let's have a look at cable. Where's the stop loss clusters? The one above. No, come on. This is slow, isn't it? Dollar yen's falling. There you go. Alright, so we've overshot their stop loss cluster. I have to wait for the new one to load. So, yeah, it's not a great example, but let's have maybe the Euro USD. Can we see that maybe? Because I can't wait for that to populate because it could take a little while. And I want to make this video fairly short. We've overshot that one as well. Wow. So, where is it saying for the euro? 114.90. That's the most likely. See the implied volatility? 114.90. 114.90. Yeah, which coincides with the ADR high. Shame everything's going through the stop loss clusters. AU. It's just a bad timing, isn't it? We're taking that stop loss cluster as well. But anyway, you can maybe use this in conjunction with this, right? So I think it's got enormous potential, but I'll get clarification from Doji Star later and how to use it. But I think this is the sweet spot, so we'll wait and see. And if you've got any idea how to use it and you can help, then, you know, just let us know.